So I just write program to find factorial of a number, okay, using recursion. So program to find factorial of a number using recursion. How we can find the factorial of a number using recursion? So for this purpose, first we have to declare has include std io.h has include con.h, okay. After this, just write here void main, okay, 1 second, okay. And in the curly braces, what we have to do, in the curly braces, just I have to declare a variable integer types, that is n, okay. After it, just print a message, printf enter any number, okay, enter any number. So for this, just and backslash n, yeah, I just print a simple message and scan this function, scanf, okay. So oh my god, this is wrong way. Oh, modulus d, okay, address of n, and here now you can see that enter just like a number simply. And for this purpose, first I have to close this word main function, and after it what I have to do, I just declare here a recursive function. So rack, you can see that the rack factorial, recursive factorial, actually the mean of rack is recursive, so rack factorial, okay. So rack factorial, of I just declare here an integer type, that is x, okay. So what it is do basically this x, okay. So actually if suppose that this x, first thing is that here int f, and after it I just write here if x 1 second, if x equals to 0, okay. If x equals to 0, then what I have to do, when x equals to 0, then printf, just simply print no, just you have to return just 1, okay, value. So here I just return value 1, but why I have to return this value 1 when x equals to 0? Then you can simply see here, 1 second, give me a time, yeah, you can see here, see when I have to just write here the fact of just write fact of 5, when I write here fact of 5, right? So what is the factorial of 5? So you know that the factorial of 5 is when 5 multiplied by 4, the strong key, 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2, okay, and multiply by 1, okay. So what is the result of this? So result of this 120, you know this result is 120, okay. Factorial of 5. So after this, why? So you just see that here, just simply see here, when I have to call just fact 5, fact 5. So what does this mean? So fact 5 means that if 5 multiplied by fact of 4, I think you are clearly understand what am I saying, fact of 4. Why? You already know that the fact of 4, what is the factorial of 4? So factorial of 4 equals to 4 multiplied by fact of 3. This is the actually 12th concept. This is very simple concept, I think you clearly know this concept. And what is the fact of 3? So when we are talk about the fact of 3, so actually it is 3 multiplied by fact of 2, okay. And after it actually I just have to understand you that what is the full concept of this program using recursion, how we can find a factorial of a number using recursion. Okay, so fact of 2, what is the value of fact of 2? So it is simply 2 multiplied by fact of 1. Factorial of 1, actually I call it fact of 1. Okay, all right. And after it, when we are talking about the fact of 1, all right guys, so fact of 1, what is the value of fact of 1? So it is just 1 multiplied by fact of 0. All right, fact of 0 means that factorial of 0. All right, so you know that the fact of 0, what is the value of fact of 0? Tell me, what is the value of fact of 0? Write the comment in comment box. Okay, write the value of factorial 0 in comment box immediately. And definitely you know this factorial of 0 is basically 1. Okay, so when you can see that then factorial 0 is 1, so fact of 1, that is the 1 multiplied by factorial 0. Okay, so what is the last answer? So 1 is last answer. Okay, so I think you are clearly understand why we have to write here. You can write here, please see the cursor, this cursor, yellow color cursor, you can see this cursor. So then you can see that fact of 5, see in the screen, fact of 5 equals to 5 multiplied by fact of 4. Why I write here this thing? Okay, so actually I write here factorial of 5 equals to 5 multiplied by factorial of 4. So because you can see that below, factorial of 1 equals to 1 multiplied by factorial of 0. Okay, so factorial of 0 is basically 1. So that type we can write here this simply, this is a logic. Okay, so after this just I go to my program. So in the program you can see that the return the value 1. Why I return the value of 1 when x equals to 0? Okay, so factorial of 0 equals to 1, so x equals to 0, then return 1 basically. All right guys, so after it that you can see here, 1 second, yeah, and if else, after else part, what I have to do in else part, basically I write here x. Okay, so when we have to already declare f, so f multiply by f equals to f. What is the value of f equals to? So the value of the value of f equals to x multiplied by recurrence of factorial, recurrence factorial. Actually we are find a number factorial using recursion, so I write here recurrence factorial. Okay, so recurrence factorial, basically the x minus 1. So I think you are clearly understand why I write this logic. Actually I clearly understand already here. When you can see here, just you can see here, yeah, you can see here, then factorial 1, so 1 multiplied by factorial 0, then factorial 2 to 2 multiplied by factorial of 1, means that factorial of 2 equals to 2 multiply by factorial of 2 minus 1. Okay, so if just I write here factorial of n. Okay, factorial of n. So what is the value of factorial n? So it is basically n multiply by factorial fact n minus 1. Alright, you can clearly understand this logic. Factorial of n equals to n multiply by factorial of n minus 1. Okay, so why I write here actually factorial of 2 equals to 2 multiplied by factorial of 2 minus 1, which is 1, and factorial of 3 equals to 3 multiplied by factorial of 2, that is 2. Actually what is the value of 2? 3 minus 1 equals to 2. Okay, so I think you are clearly understand what am I saying. Okay, all right guys, so first just I write here the program. So f equals, why I write here f equals to x multiplied by recurrence factorial of x minus 1. Okay, so I think you are basically understand how the logic is performed here. So return, just return here the value of factorial of f. So where I return this where I return the value of this f. Okay, actually this f is basically nothing but this is factorial of f. So I just close this bracket. Okay, and I just come here the void main function. When I come here the void main function, now you can see that here, now just I basically the need, I just simply print a message. What is the message here? So 1 second, I just write here simply oh, a, okay, sorry, so a. So why we are declare this variable a, you know thing, see here. So actually when a assign, this a is assigned, please here very carefully, see very carefully this thing. A assign recurrence factorial of n. A assign recurrence factorial of n. Okay, so a assign recurrence factorial of n basically, okay. And I just simply print this message, printf, 1 second, printf the factorial of a given number. Okay, factorial of a given number. 1 second, factorial of a given number. So given number factorial using recursion. Actually this is very long message, but for your understanding purpose I write this long message. The factorial of a given number using recursion, okay, is what is. So this is actually basically, actually this is the problem in my keyboard, so please ignore it. And backslash and for ending the line after the program compilation or program run. Okay, so I just simply, you know the what is the answer here. So it is a. Actually I assign the value, 1 second, this can be the error. Yeah, I assign the value of a. Actually why I assign this value a? So actually I assign this value a assign the value of recurrence factorial of n. When you enter the value, just you can see here, printf enter any number. When I say to user please enter a number, when suppose that he enter 5, okay, so when he enter 5, so this is n, so recurrence factorial, actually I want to the recurrence factorial of this 5, okay. So recurrence factorial of this 5 is now assigned into a, okay. So why I write here this a, okay. All right guys, okay. If you have any problem to understand, you can just write in comment box, I give you your reply definitely, okay. So I just print this message get ch, you know this thing for printing the message, for give a purposeful screen, we write here the get ch function, okay. All right guys, so here what is, I think all work is done here, and just a clear screen function is remain. So I just write here the clr scr, actually I just write in turbo c compiler. So I just write this clr scr, no need in IDE blocks, okay. So this thing you can clearly understand and just see your program here. This is your program, 1 second, this is very long thing. All right guys, so I think the program is ready. When control F9, the errors, what is the error here? So function refactorial should have a prototype. What is this mean? I just declare here the prototype, okay. So I just again write refactorial of just I write here int, okay, and semicolon is very necessary, must. And now this is declare the prototype, okay guys. So I just run it. So this is okay. So just I enter here a number, okay. So I just write here 5. So you can see that the factorial of a given number using recursion is 120. Actually I just here write the clr function for clearing the screen, okay, sorry. So clr. All right guys, so here you can see that I again do it. Okay, so enter any number, right? So I just write here 5, so you can see that the factorial of a given number using recursion is 120. Alright guys, and I again just write here 6, so this is the 720, and I just again do it. So just like 4, the factorial of 4 using recursion is 24. Okay, alright guys, so I think you are clearly understand this fact. So if you are enjoy this video, if you are like this video, so please give a thumbs up to like it and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Alright guys. Hashtag 2.0 sponsored by Ashish Crazy Classes 2.0, available on YouTube.